heavy. This was heavy on geopolitics. We are finally
This is like a propaganda song.
getting in tune with what is happening in the world with music reactions as well. Gary Moore definitely felt appalled at this plane crash, perhaps caused by the Russians, and the Korean airline was the one that took the wrath of it. I never ever have reacted to a song after so many songs that are this good. I wouldn't call it that good anyway, because it was dedicated to something that most people may not even know. So, and especially this part of the world, about the fat boy and little man, or whatever the names were of those planes that were dumped in Japan. So yeah, it depends where the music is coming from, who's making it, what is the intention, and I like how he put everything in it. Murder in the Sky, the way he kept on saying that and changing the tone, it was good. It was good. I like the guitar work and everything that was in tune with the music, and it was passionate way of making this song. But at the same time, I dislike songs that are too political, especially among nations within the same country. Yeah, certain times you do need to raise your voice, and your music can be your protest, but too political and especially one-sided, especially living in a scenario right now where other side does not even get a platform to say whatever they have to say. It's unfair. So I dislike songs like these, especially considering the situation, the scenario, and how unfair the medias are in the world. And I don't have the time to explain every word that I'm saying and why I'm saying it. You may find what me saying is unfair, but you don't know what real unfairness is.
Well, for me, it was a pure disappointment. I looked up to Gary Moore and his music.
Yeah, I did too.
Till today. Now I'll be looking down.
He did make for B-52s.
Yeah, it was. There's every day
and
there's
Agent Orange.
more than 500 people who succumb to Alzheimer's in the UK, different parts of the UK, in the United Kingdom, so to speak. I wonder how many songs are made on those 500 plus people who succumb to Alzheimer's every single day. Here we are talking about 269 people once in a lifetime, maybe, or once in 10 years. There in that country, that pathetic country called UK, who robbed, looted, raped the world, and despite that, they should have had everything going well for them. They still have 500 or more people succumbing to Alzheimer's and similar diseases every day. So I wonder how many songs Gary Moore or any such artist from that part of the world has written on that topic. I don't think there's even one. Then comes to the US of A. Although they are not part of this song, I'm sure they are part of the propaganda and making this song. When it comes to US of A, every day more than 269 people are killed in the US. Actually killed, brutally killed, whether they are shot dead, throat slit, punched with a knife 30, 40 times and left dead.
Many times.
Strangled to death, raped and then strangled to death. Body parts cut and thrown in different parts of the world or different parts of the place, area. Yeah, every day more than 269 of those incidents happen. Every day of the year. I'm not talking about one such plane that was bombed down. Now, while I don't want to balance it out or justify it, everything is bad. But the fact is that you chose to highlight something that happens once in 10, 20 years.
Yes.
That itself is shameful.
The selectivity.
It's quite shameful because your propaganda stands out more than anything else in this song. What you are trying to say stands out more than what is said in the words of the song. So it's quite sad. It's disappointing that such artists are allowed to make music like that and people even support them. Such propaganda pieces should be dumped just like those bombs were dumped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki by Russia. Oh, was it Russia?
Was it Russia?
Yes, it was Russia, right? It was Russia. For you, it may be Russia that dumped those
in
bombs.
1966.
Over 200,000 innocent people as an aftermath of it died.
And even today deformed,
And till today, the grandchildren are suffering with genetic problems.
Yeah.
Diseases out of those problems of radiation and those bombs being dropped. So yeah, that is of course done by the Russians. And let's make lots of songs about that, shall we? I bet Gary Moore in his entire lifetime never made a song on that topic. And it's very clear to see why. You just have to pinpoint where Gary Moore lives on the map of the world, and you will know the kind of music the artist makes. When it comes to UK and US, I've got it almost figured out completely. I can literally sit with a map and I can tell you where this artist belongs to after hearing 10 songs of this. I can literally tell you this is where, and with almost pinpoint accuracy. Trust me. I've done it several times and it's actually been perfect, my accuracy. So I'm literally, I know that I can literally pinpoint on the map where Gary Moore lives, even though I have no clue where he lives. But I can literally pinpoint after listening to 10 such songs of his that this is where he probably comes from. So that is how much propaganda is marketed by artists from UK and USA mainly. Or at least the artists that we hear a lot of. So thankfully we don't get that many requests from those two countries anymore. We've cut down ourselves and we don't get too many requests of such propaganda artists.
We do not like to be part of those things. We are here for music, we are here for openness.
Please write songs on those. As a counselor and psychotherapist, I would love to sit here and listen to songs about those 500 plus people who succumb to Alzheimer's every year, every day in the UK. Every year, no. Every year it's close to 500,000. So I would love to listen to songs on that topic because it would highlight something which is totally ignored. The lifestyle of pathetic, miserable and horrible lifestyle of people that live in the UK on a daily basis. It would also highlight the pathetic, scary and horrific, not just horrible, lifestyle of people living in the US. That more than 1,000 people are killed every day. I don't think my estimates are wrong. I know what I'm talking about. So, US is such a country where you'll have 2 or 3 strangers living in your home and you won't even know it. And I'm not talking about actual strangers. I'm talking about family members who are strangers to you. So, I'm not talking about just frogging. I'm talking about actual strangers. That you actually have family members who are strangers to you. So I would love songs being made on those topics. But yeah, what I love, you don't care about because you have a propaganda, you have an agenda, and you will make songs about such things. Good for you, but I don't think your soul will rest in peace after doing something like that, sadly.